And it's live now. I actually scheduled it this time. Let me try to get the angle right here for y'all. Make sure I ain't gonna be all up in the way. Try to move y'all to a good spot. Just wait for some folks to show up. Should be a good time. Should be. Well, we'll see. Got some stuff set up here. I don't know if I'll delete this or not afterwards. Maybe. I don't know. I did the first one. I did my test live stream. But I might not delete this one. Which I don't know. Does anybody actually go back and watch live streams after they've happened? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, we got somebody now. Okay. We got two folks now. So I don't know if either one of y'all were here for my experiment live stream earlier. I didn't announce it or schedule it or anything. I was just trying it out, but this one is more planned out. Okay, I had it scheduled, and it should be good. So I might just give it another minute or two, see if anybody else shows up, and then I will get into it. And I've got some stuff here prepared for this, so it should be good. So we'll just wait a few more minutes. Maybe not a few more minutes. Maybe just another minute or two. See if we get anybody else. It was me and Stan earlier. Me and Stan hung out on the first one. It was a good time. I think I let Instagram know too. If you follow me on there. So, all right. So, oh, it's Gary. What's up, Harry? Gary? Thank you, Gary. That's what I want to do this for, is celebrating a 2K and everybody getting the channel to 2K subs. That's pretty awesome. So I guess I'm kind of getting started now, talking about it. So hitting the 2K that just happened like last night. I think it hit 2K, and that's awesome because it took me about almost 3 years to hit 1,000. And then, like, what, just a couple months? We're at 3 people now? Took just a few months to hit 2K, like less than half the time. Yeah. Yeah, no, it took forever to get to 500 at first. My channel is actually pretty old. I started it in high school. Me and my friends were doing a bunch of dumb stuff on here. And just cringy teenager humor stuff, and then I did a lot of music stuff, and then once I found something I really wanted to do on the channel, I deleted everything. And so I think just from like high school friends and stuff that I sort of started Means Woodshop with, I think, like 70 subscribers. The 70 had built up over like 8 years of having the channel, and then now we're at 2K, man. Now that I've narrowed it down to a very specific thing instead of just all the random weird crap I was doing. So that's pretty impressive, man. I'm like it's weird. But okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm blind as hell, even with my contacts in, so I hope I can see the comments. Michael Henry. Good old Michael. Thank you, Michael. So I'm going to move over here. If anybody comments, I hope I'll be able to see it. I'm blind. I don't know. But anyway, so aside from thanking everybody for getting to 2,000 subs, I thought I would take some of the most recent projects that I've done. People seem to really enjoy, and just kind of do I guess like a project update on those. And I'll start right here with the plank. I did the plank a while back, and it's weird. I know I mentioned something on, I think this record crate, when in that video I'd mentioned, I asked if anybody ever had any projects that they had on a list for a really long time and just finally get around to. This I had an idea for like almost from the beginning of Maine's Woodshop, where I thought it would be funny to just do like a fancy plank. So it's wild because it's so simple. I see Gary saying something. I know, me too, Gary. Me too. They did share a post I did of the Taco Bell and Tarsha logo, but the plank was fun, and I like it because it seemed so wacky to put a lot of effort into. This is the end result, just a board with a face on it, but routing out the eyes and pouring in the epoxy and stuff, and even trying to get the chip in the head. But a lot of people seem to like that, and now in probably most of the videos you've probably seen him on a shelf over there. He just sits and keeps watch over the shop these days, and that's probably where he'll stay till it's old and gray. But I like the plank, and I was glad to get that one off of there. Michael Henry, dude, it is. Because, I mean, if you're basing it off the show, Johnny's plank just had the face drawn on there. And I bet it wasn't nice and sanded and smooth like this plank is. So, who's the real winner here? I think another one people liked was the beer tote. And I made that from an old record crate. So I made that new record crate, and I had this one. And this one is like a, what is that, like 3/8 inch thick wood, pine slats, where I used to work. There's a creeper van going by. Where I used to work years ago, it was my second job ever. I worked at Hastings. I don't know if anybody out there remembers Hastings, because I know they had some stores all over the United States, and one of their big things was records, vinyl records. And they were selling a crate, so I had that crate for like 8 years, and it was just starting to get old and falling apart, and I wanted to make a new one anyways, regardless, but I wanted to reuse the wood, so I made the reused beer tote, and I had the beer tote on a list for a long time too, but I actually made one when I first started the channel, and it just didn't come out good, so that's a long lost video. But so I still wanted to make one, and I thought reusing that record crate would be good for it. But can I be honest with y'all? I've seen a lot of beer tote videos, and it's a good woodworking project, it is, but like, does anybody ever use them? Or people who make them, do they ever use them? Because I made this, and I think I've only put beer in it for the thumbnail. Because, like, if you buy a 6-pack, it comes in the little cardboard tote, and if you're like me, you take that and put it straight into your fridge, and then you just grab beers out of that cardboard tote, and then when you're done, you throw the cardboard tote away. So it just seems like extra effort to take the beer from the cardboard tote, put it in the wood one, and then you still gotta throw the cardboard tote away. And I mean, I guess you could put this in a fridge. It's not gonna hurt the wood at all, but I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. It just seems like a lot of extra work to do it. But it is cool, and it looks cool. Adam has the first one that I made ever. So maybe one of these days I can like get a picture of it or something so y'all could see it. And the other thing that was really popular lately was the bamboo wind chimes. And that was another one of those that was on a list for a long time. But look, man, they've hardly been out there, because that video's not very old, and this project ain't very old, but it's gotten weathered as hell. I guess I probably should have come up with some kind of finish to put on there. Shout out for Adam. Yep. He's got that failed beer tote. I think last time I was over there, he's just got like stuff in it. It's like a catch-all box. But look at how weathered these have gotten, and it's probably because I didn't put a finish on it. But do you remember in the video the circle was too big? I cut that down so it works a lot better and it sounds a lot better. So I realized that that circle needs space and distance between these so it can actually rotate around and hit them. So I don't know why when I first made it, I made it so big. We had 4 people now. That's cool. Man, I'm saying, because give me just 1 second. Look, Adam, I believe he is at a memorial service today. But yeah, look, I got this thing going on, and it's in probably every video, depending on the shot. So they ought to, like. It's weird because, you know, all these woodworking channels get sponsored, you know, by Rockler or Type Bond or, you know, Micro Jig or whatever, and I just want a Taco Bell sponsorship. Like, send me a box of burritos or Crunchwrap Supremes or whatever you want, and man, I will plug some Taco Bell. That's like my home away from home. So I wish they would. You know, with this bamboo wind chime. Who is that? See, I keep. Yeah, I do need a new scroll saw. That other one is a nightmare. That was, I think my stepmom's dad gave that to her. It's like an old Sears Craftsman one or something, and that thing, it vibrates like hell. It's loud as hell. It's not a lot of fun to use it. So I need to invest in a new scroll saw, because I thought about trying the one at Harbor Freight because it's really not that expensive at all, and I don't feel like I need to invest big bucks in a scroll saw just because I don't use it all the time. Yeah. You know, what's funny is with these wind chimes, somebody pointed out with the coconut when I cut it open that I called it coconut milk. You're supposed to call it coconut water. The milk is the processed coconut milk that you'd like buy from the store. But I swear when I was a little kid and growing up, I heard people always call it coconut milk. So yeah, thanks, Gary. I'll let him know. I'll give him your condolences. But he's been doing pretty good though. I think all the quarantine stuff and making our work schedule weird and the interruption to everybody's life has kind of got everybody feeling a certain type of way, Adam included. But he's been doing good. And while we're on it, I mentioned in my test live stream earlier that I'm thinking if these live streams could do good, that I might do the follow-ups with Adam as live streams. And because of like the stuff he's dealing with right now, it's just sometimes it's hard to get together to do the follow-ups, and those videos they're like hard to edit somehow, even though it's just me and him sitting there. It's because we'll film like 40 minutes worth of stuff, and those videos are usually like 10 to 15 minutes long, so almost more than half of it is cut out, so it just takes forever. And it's hearing me and him say the same thing over and over and over again while I'm going through the footage, and I don't know. So it'd be easier to do as a live stream. I think that would be fun. And I think I could probably talk Adam into it. But here's the second beer mug I made. I thought you might want to check that out. That was the first project I made going into this 3rd year. And I thought that seemed appropriate because the first beer mug video was the first project I ever did that just like really took off. It was the first video I had that got a lot of attention, and I think I've made it pretty well known at this point that I hate that video. It's like 30 minutes long, and it's just really obnoxious and annoying. I know it myself watching it, so I redid it with this one, and this one is really cool. I keep having to come around the workbench. It makes me wonder if I need to put the camera somewhere else, but I thought that was really cool. And people like this. It didn't take off as good as the original beer mug video, but that one had time to sit and, you know, marinate in YouTube for a long time. So maybe this one will catch up. But that was made with the black limba, and I really like the oak bent around there. I think it looks pretty cool. But again, these are kind of like the beer tote. We just never really use them. I've made some for Adam before, and it's one of those things where, again, maybe we're just lazy, but it just seems like extra work. You just want to have a couple beers, you pop the top off the bottle and just drink it. Instead, first you gotta take all the beers out of the cardboard tote, put them into the wooden tote, dispose of the cardboard tote, and then every time you get a beer, you gotta dump it from the bottle to this, and then get rid of the bottle, and then, you know, all I'm saying is it seems like a lot of work. So they're cool to have, but I don't know. And then another one people really liked was the Mandalorian helmet. I kind of, the nature of doing just random projects on YouTube, especially woodworking projects, is you never really know which ones are just gonna take off and which ones people just aren't gonna feel. Like I've done projects before where I was really proud of the project and felt like it had been some of my best work, and hardly nobody care about it. And then I've done other ones that, to me, they were just like whatever, but the videos took off really good. So, but I kind of had a feeling that this one would do pretty all right, especially with the show coming out. But I really wanted to do my own custom design rather than do an exact design of the Mandalorians. So it's pretty cool. It hangs out in the follow-up room that me and Adam have only filmed one follow-up in, but it's neat. I still need to get a better visor to put in there, because that was like an old soda bottle with some like car window tint over it, and you could see it's pretty transparent. So you could get a visor that's made for these for like $12 on Etsy, but I need to do that because that would make me feel a lot better about that if it had a proper visor in it. And let me see, I'm gonna see if I can stop all the walking around everywhere. I did that a while back and people seem to like it, just the little bamboo toothbrush holder. Jennifer put her toothbrush in there, and I made it just for Ben's toothbrushes. And one of my viewers, Craig, had suggested making a base that looks like a lily pad, because in the video, if y'all had seen it, I had mentioned that I didn't know what to do for a base, so I was just leaving it as is. And he'd mentioned that, and I really, really liked that idea. And so that's what I did. It's just a white oak lily pad, and I was trying to remember to keep my eye out for a little plastic frog, like at Walmart, so you just glue a little frog on there to set it off. But that was a really good idea, so it's always helpful when people are willing to put ideas out there and you can implement them. And I always try to shout out anybody that gives any ideas that I use. Like Gary, you suggested the toilet paper tower, and we did that, and Kevin had suggested that dice tray, and we had done that. And then the last project I brought out here was the record crate, because people seem to like that. It's heavy as hell, y'all, with all these records in there. And it was super easy. I had somebody asking me what the dimensions were, and I swear I had mentioned the dimensions in the video. Maybe I didn't. It's 13 inches wide by I think 11.5 inches tall, and each slat, all of them are just 20 inches long, and it's I think a 1x4 boards, which translate to like 3/4 inch by 3.5 inches wide, which is just some off-the-shelf wood. And you could get off-the-shelf like 1x5s for the front panels, and just do an edge glue up. So it's super easy, and really, you know, us woodworkers are really tedious about getting exact measurements and stuff. You could probably do what is called dimensional measurements or something. Basically, you just sorry, y'all, my phone decided to interrupt me. basically you just use an item to get your measurements, and I did get precise measurements with my tape measurement, but I did use this to help determine the size as well. Y'all want to see the first record I ever bought? Green River, Creedence Clearwater Revival. I got that for 99 cents at my old job. That's how bad somebody was selling it. And that's all the projects that I brought out here that have done pretty well lately, that people seem to really like. I did grab 3 more projects that I made where the videos have yet to come out. I see somebody's commenting. Will Lovegrove. Will Lovegrove has been in this shop. I think Will Lovegrove was in this shop last weekend. And I'm about to see Will Lovegrove not long after this live stream too. So it'll be fun. And Will, we're gonna play this. So I figured I'd give you all a little treat and give you a little teaser of what's to come in the channel pretty soon. This is a game called Shut the Box. Yeah, I've seen those before. Connect 4, made in a wood shop. That would be pretty neat. That would be fun. This is a game called Shut the Box. It's walnut and oak, and it's even got fancy felt in there. And it's a pretty easy game to play. You just roll the dice and you knock down the sum of your dice. So in this case it was 6, so I could either knock down the 6 or any combination of numbers that equal 6. So you could do like the 5 and the 1, or you know, whatever. And it's pretty fun. And then the player with the lowest number wins, or if you can get all of them knocked down, you win outright. But that's a cool project, so I'll be excited for y'all to see that video. And then another one. Did y'all see that? Another one that's to come is a little guitar pick box that looks like a guitar. And I made that specifically because I am notorious and horrible at losing guitar picks. So I thought if I could make this for my music room / follow-up room, that as soon as I'm done playing, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be having pizza with Will Lovegrove, y'all. My idea with this was, as soon as I'm done playing, if I could discipline myself, I will put the pick in this box. Because normally I put it in my pocket when I'm done playing, and then the pants get washed and the guitar pick disappears forever. And they're already notorious for disappearing, so I think y'all will like that video as well. And then last but not least, do y'all know what this is? It's one of those triangle puzzles, you know, like I've seen them a lot at Cracker Barrel. Are Cracker Barrels all over the United States, or is it just select areas? I don't know, but you know, you sit down at the table and they got a mini version of that. So I made a larger version and a cherry and curly maple, little curly maple racing stripe down there, and these poplar dowels. And the poplar dowels were cool because poplar comes in such a wide color range that you got, these ones are like almost black. And so that's really neat. And in the video for this is only one of several games that are going to be made in that video. So I think y'all will really like that too. And in that video, I show you how to solve this puzzle completely. So y'all can see that when it happens and thank me later. But anyways, those are all the projects I had that I wanted to look at, and wanted to thank everybody for the 2K subs, because that is super awesome. And it's hard to fathom that 2,000 people would want to subscribe to me, so that's really cool. And I would like to do more live streams. I need to learn it a little bit better, but it'll be fun. We'll have fun. We'll try to do more live streams, so maybe do the follow-ups as live streams. But we got to check out the projects. I was happy to be able to thank y'all. I hope so. Man, at 10K, I might not have to deal with no no more warehouse stuff nonsense no more. Maybe we'll see. But anyways, I think I will not delete this live stream like I did the first one. So I don't know if people go back and watch live streams after they've happened, but but if they do, then have fun. And so if you're watching this after the God getting wasp, y'all, you think I could get him? He's gone away now. Will says wait for 100K before then, Michael. So well, that's who it is right now. It's just Will and Michael, right, are hanging out with me. But see, what the hell, man? Dude, I killed the biggest horsefly that I've like ever seen. Oh, I got one. I don't know what that was, but I got it. That horsefly was huge last night. It was giant. But anyways, I think I'm gonna cut off the live stream now because I did what I set out to do this time. Where the first one, the test one, was kind of embarrassing. But I feel all right about how this one went. So, what, fight for the bugs? Plank is the death sentence for the bugs? Probably. I don't see where it went, but I know I hit it. It's like a fly or something. Wasp. Yeah. Now the wasp left the shop, but I hit like a fly or something with this. I don't know what it was. Anyways, I'm about to end the live stream and I'll leave it up. So if people are watching after the live stream, I hope you had fun looking back at some of the projects and stuff and listening to me ramble to Will and Michael. I will see everybody later. Bye bye. Bye Will. Bye Michael. Now I just got to figure out how to end it, y'all. I feel bad.